Hello and welcome to Remember Me.
The stories of our babies. I am Eli's mum, Chelsey Tookie.
And I'm Maila's mum, Helena and In this podcast, we'll be talking all about the stories and memories of our babies while they were alive, from womb to world.
Here we will ask you the questions that no one ever asks you after your baby dies. Let's humanise their existence and give dignity to their passing whilst breaking the taboo of baby loss.
Hello, Chelsey. Hello, everyone that's listening. We've been gone such a long time, it feels. We haven't posted or uploaded anything in a while. It's been Christmas and it's been our baby's birthdays. Like, how are you feeling?
I'm all right. I'm okay. How are you?
I feel like this week is probably where I've come back to some sense of normalcy. What's the word? Normalcy? Normalcy.
Yeah, I agree actually. It's like kind of take a deep breath now, isn't
it? Yeah, because the whole Christmas period was quite wild, but I think Christmas was hard. The Christmas felt weird lead up to it. And then when it happened, it was actually really good because my dad included Maila in ways that I never expected. And my family has changed so much in their perspective of baby loss. And I know it's because I've started this Instagram. I know it's because I've been speaking about it. And my dad was like, oh, we each individually have our own way of expressing grief and stuff. And it's like, okay, cool. But obviously if I'm vocal, I do want to hear you say something. So now they've been doing that. He raised a glass for Maila. So did my brother. My brother's always the first. My mum always speaks about Maila. And my dad invited a friend to his house. He was like, oh, look, that's my granddaughter who passed away. And I was just like, wow, you're literally bringing it into the room. Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. Do you know, it's funny, my dad's the same. Like, he just doesn't bring Eli up. And my mum listens to these podcasts and she can't actually listen to them whilst he's there because he gets really choked up and stuff. It's crazy, isn't it? Like how different everyone sort of grieves. And I think, with men especially, not putting them down or anything, but I do think that they just find it harder, to actually speak about grief and, I don't know. I think it's the whole perspective. It's changed a lot now, but how, I can't think of the word, but how men are supposed to be strong and all of that rubbish.
Yes.
You can definitely tell, with the older men generation, that they do. Yeah, tend to keep quiet and keep it all in. Yeah,
I guess that is the thing, right? Because obviously men are not supposed to be emotional. Men are supposed to be strong. And whenever something, and us as women, well, not all of us, I'm not, putting everyone in one bag, are able to express our emotions and stuff like that. And so we're more literate. And I guess the ways that we, go on after being able to express are different to them. And I guess because they have this having to be strong thing all the time, they are probably not as well prepared to deal with emotional things. So they'll be like, I'd rather just not have it happening. Yeah.
That's good though that he brought her up and stuff. I bet that made you feel amazing.
Yeah, it really changed how I was feeling about the day and the whole holiday festive period. So I'm glad that had happened. How about for you, your Christmas?
Chris, it's all just a big blur, really. It was all right. It was fine. It was easier than the last few years because obviously I've got Dakota now, so she helps, But yeah, then it's just the guilt, isn't it? Knowing that, he should be sitting there opening his presents, and obviously he's 3 now, so he'd be the perfect age for, getting excited for Santa and stuff like that. So obviously, it's hard, but I kind of just have to just try and block it out as much as I can and just sort of sit with the guilt, the grief,
Yeah.
Not presents under the tree for him, and because that affects me a lot. Um, but yeah, it went better than it has gone the last few years. So
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. Um, and I guess obviously, as people can see, this episode is called Birthday Blues, and I guess it goes hand in hand with January blues, obviously after the whole palaver of the holidays, festive period, which is like all this high energy, and then you go back to real life, and then your pockets are also like really dry, and then everything, yeah. But the birthday blues for us, obviously, is because we've just had both birthdays, and your birthday was also in between um, that. So, do you want to sort of speak about how Eli's birthday was, how your sentiments are around that? Um, yeah.
yeah, no. So we had a nice day for him. We, I mean, I don't know about you, but it always feels like the lead up is like so big. And I put so much pressure on myself to make sure everything's done and ready and stuff because obviously I have a little party. It's not even a party. I just like decorate for him and yeah. And then the lead up is always, and I put so much pressure on myself. And then it's like, Dean would say, Chelsea, just calm down. I will get it done. And I'm like, no, I'm a bad mum. I'm not doing good enough for him. Oh, it's just, yeah, it's a lot. And but the thing is, and then like I forget, like we literally have his birthday off, so I could technically, finish it then, which we did do some. But even like I forgot to blow up his balloons until literally just before like our family like turned up, and I was like, Jane was like, it's fine, you don't need them. I was like, I need balloons for my son. It's not good. I'm such a bad mum if I don't have his balloons. But, yeah, like it is probably quite ridiculous thinking about it now. But there's just so much pressure and stress that I put on myself just to make sure it's perfect for him. But yeah, so it was really lovely. We went to his garden first thing in the morning and just left like his cards there and stuff. And then we come back and just sort of carried on setting up. I think that's sort of my way of keeping busy. Like it keeps my brain busy, stops me just sitting there moping because, I've got the family coming over. They normally come around about 4:30. So I just want it all to be like ready and perfect. Yeah, so we had a space theme this year. So you probably saw me getting all ready for that. Yeah, done like a sign for him, made his cake, and no, it was nice. And then we just got like takeaway for dinner, and then we done fireworks in the garden. Yeah, so no, it was nice. It was a nice day for him.
And you're such a DIY queen, and I just love like all the ideas that fire off and all the like really cool things that you make. Um, which is good for the lead up, isn't it, as well? Because like you said, like you want to keep busy instead of because otherwise the opposite of that is just being really depressed, you know. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
I like that DIY queen.
you are a DIY queen. Like, honestly, I feel like I need to start commissioning you to do. Oh my God. No, a thought just came to my head, but I feel like now I'm just overdoing it. But imagine if you had like a events organization that helped mums plan their babies' birthdays or whatever events they wanted to do for their babies. Like, I think you'd actually smash it at that. Oh my gosh. But yeah.
That would be cool. I don't think that's gonna happen though.
Too
I
much,
don't
too
think
many
that.
things.
I mean,
Someone do
yeah,
it. Whoever's listening, if this is
I
your
would love
calling,
to.
do it.
I would love to, but
Yeah, because like
it,
it takes a lot out of you to come up with an idea, right? It's really difficult to think of what to do. And then like for example, I struggled up until the very like 2 days before. And I remember I posted on Instagram saying, "Oh, this is what I plan to do." And then a couple of mums started talking to me about like some more ideas. I've got a mum who just like we were going back and forth with some cool ideas and stuff. And it's like the pressure that you're already feeling anyway, right? And then now you have to plan it. And if you don't plan it, like you're gonna feel like shit. I mean, not everyone. Some people might be like, this is not for me. I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna have a relaxed day, stay at home, or do something, just live a normal day. But for other people to not do something, like what you were saying, you wanted those balloons, and not having those balloons would feel like the end of the world. So I completely understand, and I would have felt so gutted if I didn't do something. If you hadn't done it the way that you'd envision it, then it would have really thrown you, and obviously you would have been stressed out and pissed off. Just like if it was, even when you are planning something for someone who is there, who is living, if it doesn't go to how you want it, you're not going to feel good.
Yeah, no, Dean actually suggested going away for Eli's birthday because obviously it's like my birthday as well. And I was like, no, I can't. I can't. I've got to have his party. Like, what would we do if we was out? Like, he wouldn't know.
So are you saying that you guys have a tradition and that's literally it has to stick like that, or are you open to like changing it?
I don't know. I mean, what you done for Mila's birthday? I was like, that's such a nice idea. But I don't know. I think where we've done it for like the past 3 years, and I don't know, like I feel like obviously when it's Dakota's party, like birthday, she'll have a party, and I feel like I have to do that for Eli as well. Like, do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And it's
yeah, I hear that.
obviously because Eli's December, so like weather-wise, it's rubbish.
Yeah, that's
There's
another thing I
not,
had to think
yeah,
about.
there's not a lot of options, is there? Like, really?
Yeah. And like, I think so for me as well, I want a tradition. I want something that sticks. So obviously, like the first year I had a like quote unquote party, invited the friends who have been there from the beginning of me giving birth to Myla all the way up until today. People who like are always contacting me with like different things and stuff like that. Those were the people that were there. And literally there was probably only one family member, bar my brother and my mum, because my dad would not be able to hack it, for example. And then and that was the first year, right? So he like I think that if I had that this year, he would have been there. So anyways, this year my thing was it's really it'll be really hard for me to accept if some people didn't come because I would have wanted to invite the exact same people that came the first year. And then I started to think like the longevity of it. I was like, okay, let's say in 5 years' time, are these people still going to be here? In 10 years' time, are these people still going to be here? And also, it's the 29th of December, which is towards the end of the year, and people are going to be partying. Not all the time will they want to be going, to Miley's birthday. And I'm not going to say that I'm thinking against of anyone because I know these people really support me, but I don't want to have that visual representation of like she doesn't really matter anymore, or people are forgetting, or people are moving on.
Yeah.
So I was like, do you know what? Me and Robert, this is about us. And also, Robert was having a bit of a moment where he's like, I don't want it to feel like a party. I don't want to feel like I'm celebrating the fact that she's gone. And I had to really just respect and honor how he felt about that. And so we decided to do a spa. But then when we decided, it was way too late. Obviously, everything was expensive, and I couldn't find the one that just fit. Like, I wanted something beautiful, holistic, that had like spiritual vibes and stuff like this. And all I was getting was just like some random spas, obviously for my budget. And also, most of them were booked out because, again, 29th of December. So we were like, we will do it at home. And Chelsea, it was the best thing that we could have done. It was beautiful. Yeah.
It did. It did.
It was so good.
Love that.
But yeah, but I guess like obviously there's the flip side, isn't it? Like the blues of it. So how was that for you? Did you have this sort of juxtaposition?
See, with me, it's like obviously where I've got his birthday before Christmas, I always think that I'm like really organized, and then his birthday comes, so obviously I'm all about Eli's birthday, and then like obviously 3 days later it's my birthday, and to be honest, I didn't really do anything for my birthday. In fact, we was all ill anyway. I think yeah, Dakota was ill. Um, so we just sort of stayed in bed most of the day. Like, but yeah, no, we didn't. It just feels like, so I get like a sense of relief that it's like over with, right? But at the same time, I just feel like exhausted, and I'm like so like grief hungover, and then I'm like panicking because I've got like what, a week until Christmas, and obviously I thought I was being all organised, and then actually I was, but not enough, and then I just end up burning myself out. And it's just, yeah, it's just hard. It's just I don't know, like I can't even say like, I mean, yeah, partly feel relief, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, like this is my life. Like, I've got to do it every single year. And then I get like, what about next year? And then I'm like, oh my gosh, next year is going to be 4. Like, how has that even happened? But in terms of what you were saying about like the people sort of coming, like I see what you mean. Because if you know, like for Mila's first, I suppose with me, because it's always just the same people, like direct family, like parents, you know, siblings, and like their kids. In fact, my brother actually came this year, and normally, like he hasn't been before because he lives in Warrington, which is like 4 hours. And his son's birthday is literally like 10 days before, no, not 10 days, about a week. Yeah, it's a week before Eli. So it's always like he's never been before. So that was quite nice as well, because like he came with his girlfriend and their little boy. Um, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. Hopefully they'll still all come, but you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, like when it is like immediate family, then they almost have a commitment and it's like, you know,
Mm,
they shouldn't not come. They
mm,
should always be like that's a date that everyone knows, so you always will book it off. And like for example, Robert, I made sure that he took the day off from work,
mm,
obviously. Um, but I guess he was feeling apprehensive about it as well. So I had to literally be like, don't forget to take the day off work because he was actually booked into work. I was like, you shouldn't. Like, why are you working on her birthday? Um, and also, Robert's birthday is literally a week after Milo's as well. So I had the same thing where it's like, first of all, I wasn't organized for Milo's birthday because this year was so hard, unbelievably hard for me. Um, and it was weird because I thought the first year should have been hard, but this year was harder. The whole week leading up to it, I was feeling down. Like I just
mm,
kept I couldn't sleep, sleepless nights, staring up at the window, ceiling,
mm,
staring at, yeah, just it was just really, really difficult. And I kept thinking about it like, wow, this is my forever, exactly like you. Like,
mm,
can't believe it. So when I eventually decided to do her birthday plan for the spa thing, I said the 28th is going to be the eve, and this is the day where I'm going to prepare everything and it will just be calm. And then 29th, we're going to be having the best day. But then I completely forgot, like in a week, I will have Robert's birthday. And because I was so consumed with doing her birthday, I ended up not really doing anything for his. And I felt so bad. Like we ended up going Winter Wonderland and stuff. And, but I just felt really bad that I hadn't put as much effort. And like, I realized that I really need to make sure that I am prepared for both. And it's only fair for him because like your birthday being a week away from your child, just like you, um,
mm,
that sucks. That
mm,
sucks so much. And if I was feeling this day is awful, imagine feeling it like with your birthday also, which is what
mm,
obviously you experience. So yeah, it's something I have to think about and do better at as well.
mm. Yeah, I mean, we didn't. I mean, to be fair, Dean normally has my birthday off, but this year he ran out of holiday. But yeah, like I said, she was ill anyway. But I tell you what, I did like, as strange as it sounds. So I done like a birthday post for cards for Eli. He actually got so many more birthday cards than I did, and it actually made me really happy. As weird as that is, yeah, it did. So kind of in a way, it's like to compare it was quite nice. But yeah, I don't know if I could do like, and it looked beautiful, the spa you done for Maila, but I was thinking, Do you not like have like way too many thoughts like inside your own head? Because if that was me, I'd be just crying, I think, the whole time.
Um, Surprisingly, it was so calm, and I think it was because on the night of the 28th, I decided to use that as the prep evening. So well, not we, well, yeah, I decided to tidy up the whole house, and you know the whole idea of decluttering is supposed to be like a distressor and stuff, and it definitely absolutely was. Tidied up the house, and each room was set up as its individual spa location. So the corridor was like the Zen space if anyone wanted to meditate. I say anyone, and it was only us two. If we wanted to meditate, and so on TikTok they had these lights where it's kind of shines up to the ceiling and it's just like a bit wavy and it kind of looks like you're in water. I lost the remote, so the colors were meant to be green and blue, so I couldn't find the remote, so it ended up being blue and red, but whatever. So that was the corridor meditation. Then our bedroom, I had set it up as literally like a little spa, the massage bed, and we did like all this face treatment. And honestly, it was so good that we kept falling asleep. So like it literally was an hour off for each. We didn't even get to use the bathroom for the bubble bath and stuff like that. Didn't even get to use that. Then the living room was the foot massage space, and we also had like the reflective writing space. So on Mila was born at 3:34. And at exactly 3:34, I went in and I wrote a little message for her. And I feel like that's what I'm going to do every year now. And I definitely am going to go to a real spa. And there's a song by Frank Ocean called Lost. And for some reason, when I was in the hospital, I wanted that song on my playlist that I made for Maila. And it has absolutely nothing to do with baby loss or anything sentimental. It's actually about a woman and he's talking about boobs and stuff. But in the song, he mentions a couple of countries, not countries, a couple of cities and locations. And I'm like, these are going to be the locations where I'm going to go on Milo's birthday for a spa. So it's going to happen, right?
Wow.
So Miami, Amsterdam, Tokyo, Spain, Los. Yeah, cool. So those are the spaces that we're going to.
That is so
Um,
cool.
and yeah, and when we'd finished the day, it felt like I'd just come out of a cloud. So it was beautiful. Nothing was running through my brain like that I thought would have.
Mm.
And I asked a couple of my friends to send me a video message about Mila, and I was crying so much about these messages because they were just so beautiful. My cousin Mila's godmother also sent a message, and that's what I was crying about. But oh, it was great.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. I wanted to do the fire. Well, I was talking about because you did the fireworks, and I was
Yeah.
like, that'd be great. But I guess it would be so weird to like spa, and then all of a sudden you're like
Yeah, it's a bit of a
explosions,
different, like, different, what's the word?
different vibe.
Yeah, you'll be all like relaxed and then you'll be like going out in the cold. And yeah, no, it is,
Yeah.
yeah, I do like doing the fireworks. We get like sparklers and stuff as well. So yeah.
Yeah. And another thing you mentioned is about it being in the winter. So obviously like it's grey, it's cold. So we are so limited in what we can do. And yeah, I had a plan of like maybe I'll go somewhere where it's like coastal in the UK, but
Yeah.
that'd be freezing,
Yeah.
freezing cold.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that would, because when I saw yours, I mean, it's so annoying because Dean don't do spas. He's got eczema, he's got like allergy,
Oh
everything.
no.
Like he's never been to a spa before, so maybe me and you should do it, and every year.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been to that was my first spa experience in my own house. I've never been to a spa, but
No.
I was actually thinking, so the first location is going to be here in the UK for next year, and I want to go with people. So it would be great to take lost mums and any other maybe friends who would like to come who are not in our community, but I want to be with a mum. Okay.
You amazing. Yeah.
Maybe you could, I mean, I don't know if Dean has those problems, but he could go to you could bring him. Um, but how, so with Mila, she's born 2 days before the end of the year. So for me, and especially when she died, right, it was so hard for me to accept the fact that I just, I just had my baby and I have to leave her behind in the last year so quickly. And like, I can't really say next year that, for example, just now I was like, oh, so next year when I do her birthday, but it's already the year. Do you get
Mm,
that?
yeah,
Like it's
it's
it
so close.
that yeah, that time thing always boggled my mind, especially because like people often go, oh, it's been a whole year since your baby died. And like when I'd entered 2023, technically I'm in a different year since my baby died. But does that then mean I only have 2 days worth of grieving?
I know, and that's something that I've always sort of struggled with the whole New Year. And do you know what really bugs me
Yes.
is when people say Happy New Year like that. I'm literally so changed. Like, I used to love New Year, and now I'm just like
Yeah.
another year. My baby's not here. Like, even though it's not even a baby anymore, it's like an actual tot. Like, he's bigger than a toddler, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh. But yeah, I don't know. And I did struggle with that, like especially early on, because it was like a new year without my baby. But I kind of now I'm like to the point where I kind of tell myself that I'll be taking him with me into the new year. And I'm
Definitely.
not leaving him behind. And if anything now,
Definitely.
I'm getting closer to him. That's what I'm telling my brain anyway.
Oh my God, I was having the same conversation with someone because you know Rachel from Honoring Henry, she posted something like this and she was like, another year without you, another year closer to you. And I was like, I literally think this all the time. And it's
Mm,
like another year just means that as morbid, quote unquote, because for me that's not morbid. Like I welcome death, not in the way of like I'm going to do it to myself, but I'm no longer afraid because my daughter is gone. Like, what is death to me really?
mm,
So, yeah, like we're so another year just means we're getting that much closer. But obviously now we're gonna depends how long we're here for, that we're just gonna have to endure. God, sounds so bad, doesn't it?
alive. It's just life, isn't it?
And then I guess we've also got the responsibility of we have a child living on this earth as well. So it's like you want to be in both places.
Oh, yeah. It is. It's like, because I think that, oh, I'm a year closer to Eli, but then I'm like, oh, how's Dakota going to cope without me? Like, it's just so
Yeah,
mind effing, like, all the time, like the guilt, like literally having a living child and an angel child is so, like, I did not realize how difficult mentally, like, that would be. Like, you feel like you're being pulled. Do you know what I mean? Either side. It's so weird to
yeah,
explain to, like, anyone who don't understand. It's so messed up, like, to actually
yeah. I
understand.
feel like just obviously like it's just so difficult. As soon as your baby dies, whatever you add onto that, it's just yeah, it's
Mm.
just it's so difficult. It's tough. Why does that have to happen? You recently posted a picture of Eli and Dakota side by side around the same. So when Dakota was born,
When they were both born, yeah, yeah.
and I'm just like, how can a baby, like, how can someone that is ready for the world just not come? They came, but they don't have life. Like it didn't make any sense to me, and it's so weird because obviously I know that happened to me, but it's always when I look at someone else, I'm like, how can that just happen? Because
It's,
I still can't believe it, Chelsea. Like I fully still think like I'm in a trance or a dream. Like sometimes I think I'm probably gonna see her at some point. Like surely this is a joke.
mm.
It hasn't, and I don't know whether it will, hasn't really sunk in. Like that actually happened.
I know it's crazy. Like, it's so surreal, isn't it? Like, yeah.
So no one from work actually, I don't know if they do, follow me on my socials because I don't really I don't cross post like that. And they just, even the name that I have, so I go by Helena, which is my legal name, but the name at work is actually a different name, it's my nickname, which are not even in any way related. So they wouldn't know. But somehow my manager saw the video of me preparing Mila's day. And he called me when we came back to work. He's like, "Oh, how are you? How was your break?" And he was like, "I saw your video for what you've done for your little girl, and it was really amazing." And Chelsea, I'm even getting emotional right now. I was not expecting that. Like the way that threw me, I was like, "Oh, oh." But he understands because he's got four children, but one of them, Rosie, isn't here. So his wife also obviously had a loss. And so and I didn't know that until it happened to me. And even when I came back, like I decided to speak to another manager about the fact that, for example, I was pregnant again. And I was like, I didn't want to speak to him because he might not get it. And then when I came back for the Christmas, there was a Christmas shindig or whatever. And he was like, I really understand what you're going through. And like my wife, she was crying when I told her because we experienced the same thing. And I was just like, wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mad, isn't it? Like that's the thing. Like I look around and I do wonder, like, how many people have
Yeah.
actually been going through it, like right now.
Yeah.
And it gives you like a complete different perspective. Like I'll literally see someone, if there's someone crying, I will drive past them. I'm like, I wonder if their baby's just died. Like it's literally like on the
Yeah.
forefront of my mind, like all the time. I do wonder, like, how many people it's actually happening to.
Yeah. Same actually. I remember, especially on the tube, like, when you're just people gazing, I would
Mm.
always be like, first I'd be like, did they know my baby's died? Who else's baby's died? And then I would just stare as if I was gonna see if I could connect with someone.
Oh my gosh, I do that all the time. You're
Desperado.
all the time.
This is
Literally.
why Instagram is so good because we can actually connect with people, right?
Yeah, no, I always do that. Because it's like, it's weird because as well, like, when I mention it or whatever, I tell you what though, thinking about it, I used to take Dakota to like a baby class
Yeah.
and, it was awful because they basically go around and say like, "Oh, introduce yourself, introduce your baby, and any siblings." Right? So obviously it gets to my guy, and I'm like, "Oh, hi, I'm Chelsea." I said, "Oh, this is Dakota," and I said, "She has got a brother called Eli, but unfortunately he died." Blah blah blah. And then I didn't, the clerk, like the teacher after, sort of came up to me and was like, "Oh, so, I'm so sorry if I upset you." Blah blah. I was like, "Oh no, it's fine." Like, and she said like, "Oh, I've had like losses." Blah blah blah. I didn't really think much of it, and then it was only because I follow her on Instagram, like the business, and she put a picture up of a candle for Wave of Light, and she actually said on there like, "Oh, one of my clients asked where the name come from, like this business. It's Bella Boo."
Oh,
And basically, it turned out like, I think it was like 13, 14 years ago, she actually had a little girl who died as well. And I was
oh,
like, literally, and she said at the time, I just said it's because I like the name, because I knew I'd start crying again. And I thought, wow, like you're so deep into it. And it's like, you can't
yeah,
talk about. And
yeah, yeah,
it makes me wonder. Like, I wonder all the time, like literally, so obviously we've only lived in this house for like probably like longer than that, 8 months. We got a card for our neighbours.
yeah.
Well, obviously, like on all the cards, I write Eli. Well, anyway, we then got a card back from them, and they also put Eli. So obviously they have no
Oh,
idea. Like, and it's been one of them things that's really been bugging me.
oh,
Like, they don't know about Eli, and how am I gonna? I can't just blurt out that my kid's dead. Do you know what I
I
mean? But
hear
I'm like, I
you.
feel so guilty that they don't know that Eli exists. And anyway, and it
Uh,
was actually Dean who approached our neighbour and said, "Oh, you probably were wondering who Eli is," when we wrote in the card, and he said, "Oh, we always write his name in our cards. It's actually like our son. He passed away like 3 years ago." And I was really proud of Dean because he does talk about Eli, but for a guy, like it's quite
yes, absolutely.
yeah. Um, and then yeah, literally like the neighbour started tearing up. Dean was like, I had to
Oh,
hug him, but and then I always think, because they've got no kids next door and they're like,
uh,
you know, old older than us, and then I always think, I wonder if he's lost a baby. I wonder, that's why he's not.
yeah,
He probably hasn't. He probably is just a very empathetic person. But yeah, I
yeah,
always think it all the time, like, who else is like this happening to, you know?
yeah. That's so true. Wow. Probably a lot of people, and it's quite sad actually. I feel like the salvation that we can kind of have is the ability to be able to talk about it if we want to. Whereas, like you said, like the lady who runs that Bella Boo, she didn't feel like she could have at the time. And, the name didn't just come out because she liked it. That was the name of,
Mm.
her child. And it's just so tough that, people didn't have the freedom. And still now, I don't think that people 100% do. It's just some people that feel that they have to be brave, right? It's a brave thing, even though we shouldn't have to be brave. Like we are just expressing our love for our children who rightfully deserve to be spoken about just like any other child. We have given birth. Oh,
That
honestly,
comment used to get me so much. You know, when every time I had a conversation about Eli or
you're so
you're
brave.
so brave for talking about him. You're so
What do you
brave. I'm like,
mean? You wouldn't
what?
say that to someone
I'm
whose
talking
child is
about my
living.
kid. How does that make me brave for talking about my kid? Like,
Yeah.
you talk about your kids all the time. I'm just doing the same thing.
Oh my
Oh,
God, the next time I'm like, I wanted to use that on someone who's got a living child. I'd be like, you're so brave for speaking
brave,
about your
yeah.
child. Imagine,
Oh,
and they'll be like, what?
what? Like, literally, that's like what it is, though, isn't it? It's like, what do you mean I'm so brave? I'm not brave. I'm just talking about my son. Like, F
Yeah.
off. It does not make
Yeah.
me brave. Oh, life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
actually do need to do like a whole episode of everything that has ever been said to us because, oh my gosh.
Oh, you could write a whole book.
Oh,
It would be a
li-
book of jokes because literally that's what it is. It's a joke that people can say some of the things they do.
oh,
And do you know what the annoying thing is? Like now that I'm more vocal and open and whatever, whatever, well, I can't say that I've got the answer at the tip of my tongue because I don't always, but I'm more well versed in if I had to. But now no one really says anything, and so I don't really have
I
I don't
know.
have anyone to argue with or just,
I don't really.
So,
Oh, literally. And do you know what used to piss me off even more is when someone used to be like, they're talking to me because they care about me. They're saying all the wrong things because they think it's helping. And then I get upset about it. And then whoever I'm telling is sticking up for them, saying, oh, well, they are just trying to help you. Oh, I see where he's coming from. He just cares about you. And I'm just like, just someone just see it from my point of view for a minute. I literally, you're making me feel like I'm going insane. I
mm,
just want to get my point across that what he's saying, one, is not helpful at all. And
yeah.
two, it's hurtful. Like,
Mm.
they're literally hurting my feelings and you're sticking up for them saying, oh, it's because they care. Oh,
But this is the thing, like people are not prepared. They get so defensive when you call them out. And sometimes you're not even calling them out. You're just saying, I don't like this. Can you you're even teaching them. But because
mm,
some people are so damn ignorant and that when you put up a mirror like this in front of their face to show
mm,
their ignorance, they get defensive. And it's like it's not about being defensive. It's about just learning, taking that as a
mm.
learning opportunity and then just do as you learn. Like you don't have
Be
experience
better
in that field.
people.
Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, I was having this argument on the threads again because I always seem to argue on threads.
I'm not on
Oh,
threads.
get on there. And
You
like,
might need to if you're arguing all the time.
well, to be fair, it's like healthy arguments. I'm just like, well, actually, um, so someone was like, well, at least the person has contacted you, and I'm just like, but it's not about that. It's just why can't people just be willing to learn? Like, if you've made a mistake, just learn from the mistake and use that so that you're not making the mistake again. It's that simple. It's not about
Mhm.
arguing. Oh, well, I guess we can round it up by saying, what does birthday blues really mean to you? Is it just what we've already said, like the grief hangover after having the
Mm.
birthday? Like I'm trying to think
And
what
like the relief as well. Like, I mean, because it's like the lead up is so big all the time. Like, it's so much. Like, I don't know about you, like I just feel anxious all the time and like just
yeah.
stressed about it. And then, yeah, like I guess it is kind of a relief, but at the same time, I'm just like so grief hungover and burnt out. Like, I'm like, I can't even function.
Yeah.
And, like, now it's like, what are we in now? 9th of January.
Oh
Wow,
my
when's that
God.
gone? Like, for mine, it's been nearly a month since Eli's birthday.
Yeah.
And I'm only just feeling like I can breathe again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Weirdly enough, though, I feel a bit different. I feel like I wish the day was longer. Because like when it's over, I'm like, oh my God, it's over now. Like that's it. That's the day gone. And
Yeah,
it's just like when I had her, because it's like I had all these months with her, and then all of a sudden in that one day she disappears, just like that. And that's kind of like it feels like it should be longer to give her more of what I don't know, give her more significance. And I guess I'm also, you said it's the 9th of January. It is also exactly almost a month since her funeral, or towards her funeral, because the 9th of Feb, even that makes me feel weird. Oh, I feel sick already. And like her due date was the 20th of this month.
was it?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
see, in a way, like I had all that before. Like, obviously, like, his due date was 29th of November,
Yeah.
and then obviously, so his birthday was the 22nd of February. So I have got
Birthday or his send off.
no his funeral, the
But you said
22nd.
birthday. You said that's why I'm asking.
Grief brain.
Sorry, no, I just wanted to
Yeah.
correct for the listeners.
Sorry, funeral. I call it Eli's day,
Yes, you do.
so it's just nicer than his funeral day.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and then I've decided that's when my book's coming out on Eli's day.
Oh, yes. Oh, can you plug the book really quickly?
So yeah, it's coming out in the 22nd of Feb. And it's basically just like a grief guide. It's a guide to live after your kid's dead, basically. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just, yeah, it's what I needed when he died. Like it just has different topics and different like things to help you get through it all. And yeah, but we'll do another, you know, talk about it again on another episode because like everything's quite relevant to like life in general for us.
Thank you, Chelsea. It's been great. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Maila. Thank you, Eli. Bye.
Thank you, Eli. Thank you, Maila. And for those who are listening, may you receive a sign from your baby today.
Remember to be kind to yourself and take each moment at a time. With love, Maila and Eli's mums.